I was always into music ever since I was like a kid in high school. But like actually since I was like really young age. It wasn't until I got older that I came to the university that I got exposed to like what a real DJ was, right? It wasn't just some random person on the radio talking. Like I experimented by seeing someone in an actual dance, spinning turntables, and that got me interested. So I guess I'm their DJ host. People that I just play music. That's what I do.
Heck yeah.
Every Tuesdays from 6 to 9.
I'm Isaac Cam. I am KZUU's general manager. I'm a computer science major, and I'm graduating this semester, this spring. I was going through, I think they have like a student involvement fair, like you can kind of walk through and see all the clubs on campus and stuff, and see ones that you might be interested in. And there was like nothing I was interested in except for one booth that was playing. I remember they were playing Grimes out of it, and I was like, okay, this is sweet. So I like stopped by, and they're like, hey, yeah, we're KZUU, we're the on-campus student-run radio station, and so I took it upon myself to just grab an application and apply, and I ended up actually like sticking around and hanging out with the people that were at the booth for a little while, and it was really fun. We just kind of talked about music and stuff. We kind of fostered this awesome relationship. So
my name is Cesar Rubio. My major is DTC, and I guess I'm in charge of promotions and the music festival. So promotions and festival. I actually applied back when I was still in high school. When I got accepted to WSU, I knew that I wanted to get involved, but I didn't know how. So then I just looked around all the websites that the RSOs had, basically. And one that attracted my attention was KZUU, just because they, like, right on the website, it was just about independent music, underground music, and I applied twice because I was anxious that they didn't receive my application. So that's what happened. The station wasn't always named KZUU. Mm-hmm. It used to be KAZU.
Back in 1977, a group of guys got together and they said, you know what, I hate Billboard Top 40. Billboard Top 40 pretty much started back then, and they were like, this sucks. These guys got together over the course of like 2 years, and they proposed the idea of a college radio station under the mantra that we are not going to play Top 40, we're going to play, music that we feel that needs exposure and that doesn't currently have the exposure it needs.
And that was still before we even had a broadcast. Like a radio broadcast. So we just basically sent music out to the dorms through like a cable speaker network that people could listen to. Mm-hmm. And that's not very different than like nowadays, like a podcast you can get on the internet, right?
In 1979 they got it approved, and then KZUU became a radio station. As I've kind of been with KZUU for the last 4 years, I really think that non-commercial music is not just music that's not played by, radio stations that are big, but I think it's also music that's made by artists that don't make it to make money. They stay true to their art form. They want to reflect that their art form through their music.
It can make money, right? But that's not the point of it. Like, I feel like a lot of the music that we play and all of the artists that are underground or whatever, they're not making music because they want to make money. They're not making music because they want to please some executives in an office somewhere. They're making it because, hey, like, I love music and I just want to share it with others. And so to me, that is non-commercial music.
You have artists like Chance the Rapper, for example. I think this is a good example. Like, I mean, he's never signed with a major label. I really think that his art form has stayed true to who he is in his music. And I mean, he won a Grammy, and he for best hip hop album. I would consider his music non-commercial, but at the same time, he's really popular. So I think, I guess they're not mutually exclusive. I think popular music doesn't always have to be non-commercial. You can have popular music that is non-commercial, and you can have non-commercial music that is made to sell, and that's kind of the spectrum, I guess. I recently read an article about why college radio is like the most important thing in our generation right now.
It's important because it's another avenue or another kind of social club where students can listen to music and make friends. Mm-hmm. It's so much more than just a bunch of kids playing weird music.
My friends know that I'm playing for them and for a bigger audience, and that I do this with the hopes that someone else is listening too, and maybe a student or someone in the community, and they get inspired by my 2 hours of action, and they want to contact the radio and be like, hey, you know what? I appreciate what Daniel's doing. How can I be involved with the radio?
If you're interested in doing a radio show, you have the opportunity to do it.
If you're an undergrad, experiment with this because this is your time to shine.
It is one of the realest things that you can do here.